Hello everybody and welcome to episode number 8 of TerraFirmaCraft Reloaded. It's DankNStein as ever, and check it out, selenite. We marked this a while ago, and you may have noticed from the name of the episode we're going for quality of life improvements today, and selenite is glowstone. I've been looking into lighting. Get a few ladders on the bar. Oh, we don't have any water. Before we jump underground, it might be good to do that. So yeah, I've been looking at various things. I've made some improvements to the base already off camera in between episodes, and I made the third bloomery, so we are all fixed up with the triple bloomery situation. So we're ready to jump into the Iron Age. But I thought before we just keep ploughing ahead with tech, a few quality of life improvements will go a long way. So I picked up some pumpkin seeds on the way, picked up some great wood saplings on the way for easy wood farming. And I started looking into lighting, and it became clear that grabbing this selenite, given we've actually found a sample of it, is going to be probably one of the cheapest ways to get some consistent lighting. And with the chisel mod, it looks like we can make some pretty nice looking glowstone blocks. So that's the plan for the start of this episode. The problem is that all we can get here on the surface is traces. So I'm a little concerned that this process is going to be a little bit tricky, and we forgot to bring any support beams with us. We might jump out for support beams, but let's see if we can just get lucky, as it were. Alright, so we've got down as far as medium, so it's time to just track the changes, really, as we go up. It's very slow, this, but we are being efficient. So large starts here at this block, which is, how can I do this? Y120-ish, or like what? Let's call it 121 or 122. From what I've seen looking at ex nihilo, I would imagine that this, there we go, medium there, 132. Okay, so like 127 basically. Easy now. Where's that? About here. Let's call it here. So if we just dig out some sort of a platform here, doesn't have to be large. Yeah, so when I was looking at glowstone and looking at where we might find the glowstone shards, the selenite, I did consider using the sieve, and if you look at the rock types it spawns in, conglomerate, but schist is not in that list. So what this tells me, to be honest, is that we need to find the direction that conglomerate is in. Right, there we go. Jackpot straight away, and it's most likely to be in this direction. And there it is, selenite. Well, that was as easy as they come, wasn't it? That's fantastic. So it says useless, but we are going to be able to, here we go, grind it up in our quern. Yeah, that's more efficient than crushing it with a hammer. For 2 pieces of dust per piece of selenite, and then with the dust obviously we can make actual blocks of glowstone, and then with the chisel it's all this stuff here, you see. I mean, look at all those different options. Like that one there, the neon glowstone, looks really nice. Possibly, yeah, I mean there's loads of choices here, and I imagine what we do is we sink them into the walls of our kind of cave rock style base. You know, they'll look good, won't they, like sunken lights, and we can maybe use the wooden planks to kind of give them a sort of, you know, like some sort of like cover, some sort of facade. But we are going to probably want some support beams around here. So let's see if we can't get away with making... Oh dear. Okay, we can't get away with it, is the short answer. It's so difficult because even just digging the space to put the support beams usually causes a cave-in. So I don't really know how you're supposed to kind of get started. Right, this is interesting actually. So having collected 12 pieces in this little area, we're already down to a medium sample around here. That actually goes forever. I can't find a large sample anymore. So that is kind of interesting. That would imply that there really is quite a small amount of it here. I'm going to keep going. I'm not exactly sure of the numbers and what like the exact implication of it going from large to medium so quickly is. Like, what constitutes a large sample versus a medium one? I know that the Pro Pick checks a 12 by 12 area around the player, I think. Or is it 12 blocks in every direction? I'm not entirely sure. So, it seems like the majority of what we found was in this direction. But maybe we need to spread our search a little bit more anyway. Okay, so we found like 6 or 7 more pieces and we're now down to a small sample. I think there's very, very little selenite here. Okay, we're getting to really slim pickings now. Look, down at this level, we're seeing traces, and then there, it's going back to small. So I now deduce that we are too low down, and maybe around here is a good level. What's it saying up at the ceiling? The ceiling's still saying medium. Ooh, interesting. So actually, probably a lot more of it is above us now. Bingo. How many is that now? 26. See, those are the kind of cave-ins we probably want to be causing, because it just reveals a load of blocks above us. What's it saying there? Small, small, small. Everywhere's small now. That one piece we found just converted. There's nowhere saying large. Oh my god, our health is super low, I just realised. Yeah, we need to be way more careful than we're being right now. Dying down here would not be fun. Alright, so I think it's fairly diminishing returns now, and we're just actually spending an awful lot of pickaxe durability gathering very high quantities of conglomerate, which, you know, may come in useful for building later. It's not the end of the world. If we can find some conglomerate gravel, basically, we'll grab a load of that, and that will kind of help top us up with a few more pieces, because we can sift that. Alright guys, just on our way home, I just wanted to point out just how amazing the scenery is sometimes in TerraFirmaCraft. Look at this, like, this river here flowing down through the mountains. It's incredible. I've also spotted something in the rocks that I think it might just be coal, but oops. These glitches are annoying though when the water's at half height in the rivers and you can't climb up. There we go. What have we got here? Jet. Nah. Alright, so we're back, and I just wanted to show you some of the in-between episode stuff I've done. Up here is much the same, but I've kind of widened this staircase down to the next layer. I've added in all of the kind of brick, chiseled brick sort of details around here. Obviously the third bloomery is in. Got some nice supports underneath this staircase, just added for a bit of detail there. So I'm really feeling like, you know, our workshop is really starting to kind of take shape, and there's a nice flow to it here with this staircase. It's nice, it's nice. So, first things first, we got 4 and a bit stacks of gravel. So let's get those sifted, see what we end up with. RSI in my right-click finger. Here we come. Oh look, we got a piece of lemonite. So that's one of the things that I noticed actually that's good with the conglomerate, is we will get a cheeky bit of iron. It looks like there isn't much overlap between the minerals we get from conglomerate and all of the shift that we've done already. Getting some coal out of it. Decent. Saltpeter as well. Oh, and magnetite. So actually getting we're getting 2 types of iron from this. Alright, cool. See you in a bit. Last couple of pieces here. I think we've done pretty well out of this. Let me show you. Yeah, amazing. We even hit an even number. So that's pretty sweet. So we'll have to painstakingly grind all this up now. It may be worth us making a couple more of these to make this process a little bit speedier. Because, yeah, it's going to take a long time to do each one individually, but there we go. Let's just test this out as a point of principle here. It's pretty good. Grab all our tools and things back from here. And so, oh look, even just carrying the glowstone block around, that's nice. So what I think we need to do is grab a piece of our iron. I think it's just like this. Amazing. So make one of these chisels, and then we can pick what delicious looking block we like, and I think it is going to be that one. The neon glowstone just looks the least like glowstone, which is probably my agenda, although I'm worried that it's not lighting. Okay, good. So then we can get rid of that, and yeah, it's pretty sweet. And then I guess we just want one of these blocks, don't we, to fill it in. Yeah, and so if we just have things like that dotted around, at least for our workshop, that's going to look amazing, I think. Just buried in the wall. And then we've been using these pine planks or lumber, whatever they're called, pine lumber. So that's kind of the theme, I think, and yeah, and it should match this nicely. So we can do something like this, I guess. Ooh. It is really awkward doing this stuff. Oh, I suppose once we've taken the first one, then everything else can be stuck to it. Yeah, so like, just to give it some detail. The problem is that they do flicker. They look a little bit glitchy when you do stuff like this. And I don't know where you also can't divide it because it's an even number. So we'll have to think about what we do there. Maybe even just. Maybe like just top and bottom. That actually, because then we're not going to get any flickering. It gives it a little bit of 3D-ness, matches those. Yeah, I quite like it. Pro tip though, if I break that now, I won't get anything because the torch switched off. So when you want to collect up torches that are all off, you light them first and then break them, and then you get the torch back. Oh yeah. Alright, yeah, so it's going well so far, all of this lighting placement. I just wanted to show you this one here, because we've left the top of it exposed, so I think I'm going to chuck one of these on top. Like that. Give it some horns. Yeah, cool. Okay, sweet. It's kind of hard doing this during the day as well, because I would imagine we're going to need something in the middle here, but hopefully that guy I've exposed 2 sides of. We're going to leave it like that for now. We might change it up. We've got one. Yeah, I think we should be okay down here, but we'll come back at night and check it all out as well. And yeah, we just keep working our way through the area. I think these bits where there's no walls, oops, are going to be harder to handle. But we should be able to get one in there. Looks like a good spot. And doop doop. Yeah, it's like these central bits. Maybe we need to hang some from the ceiling. Could be pretty cute. Yeah, I'm not really sure how we deal with these bits for now. We'll come back to them. In fact, I can feel nighttime approaching at this point. Seems to be getting darker. Here's an obvious choice. Let's put it there so we don't get a cave in on top. Okay, now when it comes to over here, I'm super paranoid. But actually, look, this is one block thin. So what we need to do is chisel this actually to avoid cave-ins. It's not going to let us chisel that block. Do I have to come from the bottom or from the top? How does it work again? From the edge? I can't remember how we do this. I definitely, if I break that block and this thing starts falling down, I'm going to be absolutely gutted. Let's just do some of this first. Can we chisel that one because it's on an edge? No. If we go through like this. How does this work? I can't remember how it works. Let's just break this one and hope for the best. Scary stuff, guys. Super scary. Even just a few of these dotted around though, it's just going to make a big difference. Can we get away with one there? No cave-in, please. Thank you. Scary. So with this one, this is going to be exposed on 3 sides. Should be fine. I think it'll look okay. Yeah, it looks good actually. I like it. Get rid of those. And voila. Yeah, I mean, this is just going to make such a difference. Yeah, okay, so for this area, as nice as it would be to break that block there, I'm just... Okay, let's do it, let's do it. No! Why? Why do I take these risks? Why do I do it to myself? Okay, well, it's nothing we can't repair, I guess. As long as you haven't lost items. I presume items don't get crushed by these kinds of things. I'm such an idiot. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay. Well, we lost a lot of chests, so it looks like... I know the chests even pop off. I think everything pops off, so I think we're okay. So let's just start chucking seeds in. Again, just making a slightly moodier ceiling isn't a problem necessarily. And we can go and farm more pieces of smooth stone. Oh god, look at it. Look at the mess. The mess we've made. Just a disaster over here. Is that everything? Did any items pop off down there? I mean, it is nice to have it on both sides. That's the thing. It was definitely a nice move, but what an idiot. Why do I do this to myself? So I love how in the pursuit of quality of life, I've ended up having to do another massive cleanup project. Oh well. The things we do. Like I say, it wouldn't be DankNStein if it wasn't edge of your seat. Stupid risk taking every step of the way. Where's the bed? Let's see if we can't get a sleep in before. Yeah, there we go. Just to reset our spawn before morning breaks. Okay. Alright, cool. And I'm just going to put... I would love to put it in that, but no. Okay, alright, we're done. And luckily it's nighttime again. I think I'm kind of happy with this. I've put one in the floor here for now. We might adjust that. But one of them that I did change my mind on and broke, obviously without Silk Touch, it broke into glowstone dust and then you got 2 back. So we did lose one, so I can't really change my mind about them until we do a little bit more grinding. But it's clean in here again now. I don't think we've lost anything really from the cave-in, and we've gained a really nice spot there. I kind of just patched up that bit which looked particularly weird. Everything else I think is looking fine, and I've tidied up all of the loose cobblestone. So we just need to get some more ladders. Which will be over here. So I thought we'd take a walk through together and just see where our last one is most needed. Probably somewhere around here. We could just bury it into the dirt. I was thinking down there might be a good spot for it. We've got one just there, which I like. Got one there. And then we are still relying quite heavily on torches in this area. We could put one into the floor here maybe. Like right there on the floor. Might be a good spot. Or there. Should we do it there? Let's do that. So that's our last one, and we'll come back for more later, but I think what it just means now is that, like, if we just start breaking all of the torches that we do have placed, just so we get a real indication of what we're actually looking at here. Okay, yeah, this area is in dire need. It's a shame I lost that one that I lost, because just one more there would have been fine. But it's like, it's manageable now, do you know what I mean? Like, we're not in too much chaos. Constantly lighting torches. So silly cave-ins aside, I would say all in all that was a success. Let's take one more walk back. Yeah, this area here needs something. We'll put a torch down there for now. But other than that, like, pretty good. Oh yeah, don't hold the torch so I can just see what it feels like. Yeah, and we're relying on a few torches here. But it's a good start. It's a decent start. I'm happy that I'm not going to be lighting torches all the time. Alright, sweet. So the next thing I wanted to do in terms of quality of life was maybe look at some sort of ingot storage area. And it kind of struck me that would happen underground, like underneath here, like maybe in there. To have just like a very small little like staircase down into a kind of underground room. It makes me nervous. We obviously need to be using our support beams. So in fact, why don't we go grab some of those? Because I think they're over at the other spot. Alright, boom. So we've got loads of these supports now. And to play it super safe, I mean, these are already chiseled blocks, so we should be fine breaking them. And yeah, we're going to go in like this. Okay, that's the point I wanted to get to. Now we do this, and this, and this. And then I presume that we can break that one. And these. And yeah, that should be fine. That should work. It's annoying we can't chisel that, I'm not sure why. So then we get these and we can make put our staircase back in as we wanted it. Are we gonna fit? Yeah, just. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Nice. Yeah, I like it, I like it. Okay, so plans are starting to take shape here with this storage vault. What I'm going for, rather than a big wide room as I've done in the past, is I'm going to make it like a bit of a corridor. Kind of like the idea of coming down and just seeing them sort of going off into the distance. And that way it's kind of very easily expandable design as well. We'll probably reach a point where we come out the other side of the cliff. But I imagine that will take a little while. We'll probably be playing for quite a long time before we have that many ingots. And if that's the case, then we can always build a much bigger, fancier storage room later. Okay, so we really don't have very many ingots at all to actually place down there for now, but that's good because this is going to inspire us to get out there and start gathering. So we'll put our useless ones over here in the corner of shame. Copper, first stop copper. And it might make sense to leave all 3 for copper, you know. And then we could have this for 3 types of bronze. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. We'll have to look at the wiki and work it out. For now, let's just go on intuition. Something like this. Oh. Alright, so what next? What is the next quality of life improvement for today? 'Tis the question. Ah, yes, okay. Wood farming. This is what we said we were going to be doing, is planting our great wood saplings. So we need to find a spot for that, and I think down here looks fine. There's an awful lot of wood going on already down here. So we can chop all this stuff down and then plant these 4 great wood saplings. It is a baby brain, honestly. I cannot talk. It's crazy. Yeah, we'll plant these along here in a nice little row. Seems like a silly place because we need like quite a lot of space, right? Like it needs to have space all around it because it's going to be a 2x2 tree, and it could, I suppose, pick any direction, presumably. I don't know enough about how it picks which direction it expands into. tree growing out of stone. So first, can't say I've seen that before. Let's get it chopped anyway. I think if we put our last one up here, I think I'm pretty happy with that spacing. We've got one there, one there, one there, and the one over there. And yeah, we'll just cut down a few more of these trees around here to clear the area, and I'd say we're good. Alright, so quite a different episode today. Odds and ends. No montage, but we'll do a massive one next time because we're going to be hitting up iron. And the other thing I want to do next time is Tinker's Tools. I think it would be cool to get into a little bit of Tinker's Construct stuff and see how that might benefit us. We might not be quite ready, but there's a few items we've picked up that I think, like bones and that I think we could probably make some interesting tools with. And it looks like these two are running out. So aside from maybe making some iron tools, let's look at Tinker's next time. So the last thing I just want to do is touch on what happened at the end of last episode, where we lost, I think, just under 60 ingots of bronze in our crucibles. I logged off and logged back on to continue my metalworking, and they were both empty, having been pretty much full. And everything else, like the forges were still on, the coal was still burning, they were still hot. They were just empty. So whether or not it's a bug, it certainly doesn't feel like intended behavior. Now we've learned our lessons, so I'm not going to do that again. But it does feel a little unfair to have lost quite that much metal. And with our new ingot room, I think people agreed in the comments, it's only fair that we spawn those items back in. So I'm not going to do 60 because I think it was slightly under. We'll call it 50 ingots of bronze. And we're going to do that using NEI cheat mode, I hope. I was just looking at Tinker's. Oh, and the other thing I looked at that I wanted to do today, but we can't, is the enchantment table. Because you need these flawless and exquisite gems. And now in TerraFirmaPunk, you can kind of upgrade them. So I could use all of the ones I've got here. These chipped ones. And I think it was just like you did something like this. But yeah, those recipes don't appear to be in TerraFirmaCraft Reloaded. So the best one we've got so far is a standard one, but we'll need 2 flawless ones and 1 exquisite. So as we do more mining now, I'm sure we'll start to uncover some of those types of things. But enchantment table isn't something we can do just yet, unfortunately. Because watching Ethos series recently, he's got like efficiency on one of his on an iron pick, and it just seems to be makes such a difference. Anyway, so we're going to use NEI to spawn in these bronze ingots with a bit of luck, but I don't really know how that works. So you have to bear with me right now, I think. Alright, so a quick bit of Googling said that we want to set this into world cheat mode, and then we should get a full stack. We got 32, yeah. So we do that again. Right, amazing. So that's given us 64 ingots there, and then we'll come back in here. Global, we want to go to world and put this back to utility mode. I think that's what it was set on. And likewise there. And then I wonder why it's given us all these extra menus now. I don't really want those menus there. I don't know what I'm doing. Whatever. Global, maybe recipe mode, and maybe world recipe mode. Back. There we go. That looks like how it looked before, and seems to be behaving how it was before. But we've of course got 32 ingots here, which is not what we want. That's too many. So we need 18 on there. 18, 32 is 50. Throw those 14 away. We'll let those despawn down there. And that, I feel, has reset the balance. And it's kind of annoying because we don't really have anything to use. Having built these between episodes, now we don't really have anything to use it for. But I'm sure when we get to later stages in the game, it will come in handy for something. And it would arguably be much more useful in copper, but I had already added the cassiterite in, so it would be cheating to spawn it in as copper and cassiterite. I'd already committed to making it into this particular alloy, so There we go. Justice. I moved some of these around as well, just so that you can see them when you walk through the door. That will do it for today, I think, guys. And between episodes, I'm going to sort out more lighting. So down here, we'll have the permanent lighting and stuff. And thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you next time. Peace.